Story 1. I'm a lesbian, and I find that some women are completely willing to admit when a friend's male ex did something wrong. However, if a woman discusses a female ex who did the same thing, they tend to justify the ex's actions. This seems to relate to the concept of women supporting all women, but it hurts me as a woman to have my experiences minimized in this way. My ex transitioned after we broke up, and I started referring to them as my ex-boyfriend. It was an eye-opening experience. Let me tell you, saying my ex-boyfriend belittled my degree receives a lot more sympathy than saying my ex-girlfriend did the same thing. Story 2. Girls supporting girls does not mean supporting women who behave poorly. Criticizing someone for their negative actions is not misogynistic simply because that person is a woman. That notion is absurd. Story 3. The only part of girl code I am really aware of is to offer spare menstrual products if a sister is in need. I am fine with that. Story 4. We should support all women, but not blindly. I cannot support my friend's sister, who had an affair with her father-in-law while her mother-in-law was dying of cancer. If someone engages in inappropriate behavior, I will not support them simply because we share the same gender. Story 5. Is this a normal outing? Do I have to dress to impress? I dislike the internal struggle when invited to a group outing, trying to determine if everyone else will arrive looking fabulous or dressed comfortably. If I choose wrong, the judgment I receive can be quite uncomfortable. Story 6. I don't want to go to the bathroom in groups. I just want to use the restroom, wash my hands, and leave. Story 7. Girl code says you shouldn't ask a woman her age. Why are women often embarrassed about their ages? Just tell me your age. It's not that difficult, and it's not an offensive question. Story 8. I don't like how being close friends with a girlfriend's boyfriend automatically seems suspicious. If you can't trust your best friend around your boyfriend, you should reconsider that friendship. Story 9. You cannot be close with both girls in a conflict. Puts you in a difficult position to choose sides. Sometimes it is perfectly fine to be friends with both and support each one without getting involved in the drama. Story 10. A lot of this discussion is making me realize that many girls misinterpreted bullying as girl code. Girls being nice to your face and then talking negatively about you behind your back isn't girl code. Feeling peer pressured to support bad people isn't girl code. Girl code means not dating your friend's ex-boyfriend or helping a drunk woman, even if you don't like her. Story 11. Forced cheerfulness and high-pitched voices. I am sometimes perceived as cold or distant because my inflection is more flat. Story 12. I don't know if this quite counts, but I'm in one of those "are we dating the same guy" groups, mostly for the drama, to see if anyone I know shows up. Only one so far was my cousin. However, ladies will post vague things like, "He stopped texting me randomly at 8 p.m., then texted this morning that he fell asleep." Does this seem suspicious? At least half the comments are along the lines of, "Girl, he's cheating." One person said, "This dude asked me out on a date at 11 p.m. on a Sunday night." No, sir. Blocked. People piled in on it and I thought, damn, maybe he works overnight and that's normal for him. I work overnight and often text people at midnight, then realize, oh no, they are probably sleeping. Story 13. I do not always like that girls are expected to share every detail about everything. Sometimes it opens the door to gossip and negative comments. However, I really dislike being criticized for wanting to respect a partner's privacy or for keeping certain things about our relationship between us. Story 14. I have never had a female friendship where I could be fully honest without risking the entire relationship. It often feels necessary to sugarcoat everything. And while I understand that we may be the more sensitive sex, it can be exhausting to maintain a constant atmosphere of happiness, positivity, and unwavering support. This is especially true when friends come to me with their problems, and I can see obvious solutions or feel the urge to call them out on certain behaviors. Most of the time, they just want to hear, "That sounds tough. You're so strong and beautiful." Story 15. You cannot call out girls, and I believe it is important to do so. I know many girls who have deceived a guy by deliberately tampering with their birth control in hopes of getting pregnant. That is unfair. Men are not allowed to remove their condom, but a woman can interfere with her birth control, and society rarely acknowledges this issue. Story 16. The way we assign work to each other prevents us from relaxing and enjoying ourselves. Yes, it's nice to receive a thoughtful gift on my birthday, but I don't want to do that for every receptionist, teacher, mail carrier, and school bus driver I have ever met. I say this as a young single woman, not as a mother with children. Story 17. If one person doesn't get along with a member of the group, we all have to isolate her. It's a clique mentality reminiscent of high school bullying, making her feel unwelcome simply because someone dislikes her. If she is genuinely a bad person, that may be justified. However, it often stems from petty reasons. If you don't like this person, that's your issue, but if I have no problem with them, it's a problem for you. Story 18. Jealous of each other's bodies. My best friend is flat, but her body is so cute to me, and I would trade mine for hers any day. She feels exactly the same about me. Story 19. Whoever has the soft power in the group is right. There is no point in arguing. It is just being petty, controlling, fixating, or not letting it go. Understand that someone is having a hard time. Why do you care so much? Story 20. I know very little about girl code, except that chatting in the women's restroom is socially acceptable. Please let me use the restroom and wash my hands in peace. Story 21. Going to the bathroom together. Why do I need to go with 5 of you and take turns when drunk? Let me pee alone. Story 22. One aspect of girl code that some women dislike is the unspoken rule of always taking a friend's side, even when they are wrong. While loyalty is important, blindly supporting someone without holding them accountable can enable bad behavior instead of fostering personal growth. Story 23. The whole siblings off-limits idea is unnecessary. If one of my friends wanted to date my brother and he wanted to date her, I have no right to tell them what they can or cannot do. It is controlling and selfish to prevent them from seeing each other. Story 24. Many girl groups fetishize women who love women or queer women. They often dismiss it as a joke and kiss their straight friends for male audiences. Is it really funny? I have been a victim of this behavior in bars, and it makes me very uncomfortable. It feels even dehumanizing. Story 25. Body positivity can be misunderstood. I recognize that there are different body types, and I respect that. However, if someone actively chooses not to exercise or take care of themselves to the extent that it leads to medical issues, it is not body positivity. It is self-destruction. Being larger does not always equate to being unhealthy, but we should not support unhealthy choices. Story 26. Holding a friend's hair back while they are sick is not something I can do. I have a fear of vomiting and I don't drink, so the best I can offer is a hair tie and a supportive comment from the other side of the door. Story 27. I'm not sure if this is considered girl code, but I experience this from many women. When I ask for genuine feedback or advice, some women respond with toxic positivity. I value it when a woman can look at me and tell me if something I'm wearing doesn't suit me or if I'm being difficult in a situation. I understand these women are just trying to be supportive, but I'm not looking for validation in these instances. Story 28. To be considered a girl's girl, you have to support other women, even if it is not justified or fair. Story 29. Why do I need my legs? Who is it for? Why do I have to have baby smooth skin to satisfy your preference? That's unsettling. Please stop. Story 30. This might sound bad, but hear me out. Some girls claim another girl broke the code of friendship for dating their exes. There are exceptions, such as if he was abusive and they know it, or if the breakup was recent. I am referring to other situations where they refuse to move on and blame the girl. Story 31. Fake compliments normalize obesity because women can't handle the brutal truth. It would be nice if they knew I actually cared for their health, my friends and family. Story 32. Blind support and toxic positivity. True friendship is based on vulnerability, honesty, and mutual accountability. Story 33. You don't get girl code privileges if you are disrespectful to others, especially to good men who treat you with respect. If you are cheating on him while he is taking care of the kids, Girl code does not apply to you. Getting pregnant on purpose to manipulate someone is not something I support. I believe in human decency. If you are a good person, I will stand up for you regardless of gender. Story 34. Text me when you get home so I know you're safe. I understand the concerns. This world isn't always safe for women, and I know people who have experienced really horrific events. However, Gina, I'll be fine. I am a grown woman who is likely to forget to text you because I don't share the same anxieties about navigating this world alone, and I'm also quite forgetful. Now I feel like the one in the wrong because I didn't text. I don't want someone to watch over me, and I don't want to feel obligated to report to anyone. It's also somewhat annoying to receive, "I'm home safe" messages, though I would never express that. I'm tired and in bed, just wanting to fall asleep without feeling the need to respond to every notification from the group chat. Story 35. Providing misleading information about your friends' relationships due to jealousy or loneliness is unkind. This notion of female empowerment can sometimes overlook personal accountability. Story 36. Don't say anything. I'm sorry, but if you were cheating on your partner, I will tell. If you do negative things to someone, I will not let it happen. Story 37. There is so much internalized misogyny in the comments. It is kind of sad to see. You can call out someone for their wrongdoings and still support them. You can care about their health without insulting their appearance based on your beauty standards. Additionally, many of the issues people are highlighting here are not even related to girl code. They are simply acts of being human and connecting with others. You all are just taking the opportunity to criticize yourselves and other women indirectly. Girl code includes not sleeping with your friend's exes, discreetly indicating if another woman has had an accident, not leaving your intoxicated friend alone at a party, or even pretending to know a woman if you sense she is in danger. Girl code is not about avoiding gossip or lying about someone's appearance when it is clearly unhealthy. Get a grip for the love of goodness. Story 38. 90% of these responses are not girl code. They are excuses for poor behavior or passive enabling of such behavior. Story 39. I was raised by 4 older brothers, so I don't even know the code. All I know is, women are difficult. Don't ever turn into one. Story 40. Unsolicited safety lectures often sound like, but motorcycles are dangerous. We are all adults and make individual safety decisions. My risk tolerance is different from yours, Karen. Please refrain from sharing your opinions on a topic you know little about. This isn't your decision to make. Story 41. Gossip and drama can be entertaining, but I really just want to hang out with all my friends at the same time without keeping track of everyone's relationships. Additionally, unless you need a pad, please do not talk to me in the bathroom. Story 42. I have never felt the urge to let out a high-pitched scream of joy when I greet my friends to show enthusiasm, but I still love them very much. Fortunately, they are not screamers either. I am not judging. It is just not my style. Story 43. I don't know any girl code. I'm just a person. Being a decent human is unrelated to gender. That being said, I have not always been able to uphold my personal morals under peer pressure. Story 44. Oh my goodness, yes. Reach out to her and inform her that her partner has been unfaithful with you. However, we don't have a strong connection with her. So let's just laugh at her behind her back while continuing to see him, even though he won't leave her alone. Story 45. Don't come for me, and maybe I'm wrong, but I have the impression that women shouldn't use public restrooms. I've been getting strange looks for it and talked about it with close male friends, who said they've never encountered any shaming regarding this issue. I know it's a bit unusual and uncomfortable for everyone to hear someone using the restroom, but what am I supposed to do? I really eat a lot of fiber. Story 46. As a lesbian, I often feel slightly isolated and disconnected when in a group of girls. Scrolling through here reminded me why. There are so many experiences I am not a part of, including most aspects of the girl code. Story 47. Fake hype or encouragement can be misleading, particularly within friend groups. Even when we are supposed to be close, if one person praises someone, the others are expected to agree. It often leads to exaggerated statements like, That looks amazing on you. I have multiple friend groups that I interact with differently, but one of them consists of girls who embrace positive vibes only. Story 48. Constructive criticism doesn't mean I hate women out of jealousy or that I seek attention. If you are doing something foolish, hypocritical, or harmful, I will call you out, just as I hope others will do the same for me. Story 49. I don't really understand the complimenting each other's shoes or outfits. I just don't think much about that. It doesn't mean I don't think you're gorgeous. Story 50. I dislike being the friend who has to scare off the guys who can't take a hint. I'm good at it, but I often get labeled as the crazy, bitter person by the guys. While I will continue to protect my friends, I wish they would sometimes tell the guys to leave them alone. Not that I care about the guys' opinions, but everyone else in the bar gives me disapproving looks the rest of the night. Story 51. Going to the bathroom together is for safety reasons, and I understand that. However, sometimes I just need to go. I don't need someone to gossip with me in there. We can do that outside. Story 52. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of people in this thread sound exhausting and also seem to have no idea what girl code actually is. Story 53. We wear the same outfit and somehow one of us has to change clothes. Some of us have similar tastes in clothing, and some of us shop at the same brand. It seems petty to throw a tantrum over an item of clothing. Let's own it and celebrate how good we look. Story 54. The part where you're supposed to say your friend's ex is a horrible person and criticize him after he breaks up with her. I'll agree with her about the negative things he did. I'm open to honestly critique him and I'll be there for her, but I'm not going to suddenly portray him as a horrible person if he wasn't. Story 55. We are not friends or comrades simply because we share similar experiences. I do not and will not carry menstrual products for other women. This is a personal decision, and I understand and appreciate the sentiments behind it. However, I have not had a cycle in nearly a decade, and menstrual products can be expensive. I will not buy them just to give them away. I keep some in my bathroom for guests, but I do not carry any in my purse or car. Yes, I have had women get upset with me for not having anything, but if you don't have any supplies and actually experience periods, then that's not my responsibility. I believe in supporting other women, but not when they are wrong or simply want to vent about spouses or friends. If you are behaving inappropriately, I am going to call it out. Reading this over, I realize I sound quite unpleasant and cranky. I assure you, I'm not that bad. Story 56. I don't carry pads and tampons, and I resent getting a weird look when I can't lend them to others. I use a menstrual cup and carry a single cloth pad as a backup for panty lining. I'll give you a quarter to try the machine. Story 57. I will not be involved if she shows up with a body. Murder is wrong for a reason. I will listen to why it happened and might even look the other way, but I will not implicate myself. Story 58. The idea that another woman is always at fault if a married man leaves his wife for her suggests that she shares equal blame with the married man. If I were to fall for a married man, I would not deprive myself of a chance at happiness for a stranger whom I supposedly owe loyalty. You should only feel guilty if you were actually friends with that woman. Thanks a bunch for sticking around till the end of the video. Remember to subscribe, and until next time, stay awesome and goodbye.